For our news headlines. For our national news, Adventist Communication Training equips communication leaders in the Philippines.
For our local news, CPUC holds Human Resource and Basic Legal Education Summit in Cebu.
Leaders in Central Visayas conduct media training camp in Cebu.
Amicus members congregate in Talisay City for a General Assembly.
Bohol District sponsors a week-long evangelistic campaign.
Young people hold church visitation in Negros Occidental.
Multimedia workshop and seminar impacts Masbate participants.
Hundreds of women attend district-wide leadership certification in Western Masbate.
Leadership Certification Level 3 empowers women in Eastern Visayas.
Hundreds attend youth seminar in Naval Biliran.
Adventists from Naval Biliran heed the call for media ministry workshop.
Youth from Calbayo District gather for a day-long fellowship.
Adventist Community Service and Romblon Adventist Mission support the outreach program and gift-giving activity in Gabawan.
Cebu Shepherdesses International gather for the second level of continuing education certification.
Thousands attend first conference-wide care group harvest celebration in Eastern Visayas.
Central Visayan Conference launches first Hope Radio in Central Philippines. Good day to all our viewers throughout the world. From the Hope Channel Cebu studio, I am Nadeth.
And I am Renan. We bring you the latest news of the different activities conducted in Central Philippines.
For national news, Adventist Communication Training equips more than 300 communication leaders in the Philippines. We have a report from Catherine Vidal.
Central Philippine Union Conference participated in the first Adventist Communication Training, or ACT, held in the Philippines, particularly at South Philippine Union Conference at Cagayan de Oro City on July 31st to August 4th, 2019. This program was initiated by the General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventists, headed by Dr. Williams Casa Jr., Communications Director of the General Conference, in collaboration with the Southern Asia-Pacific Division and its counterpart. More than 300 delegates, including communication church leaders, Hope Channel staff, radio and print media personnel, newly organized media ministry officers from different conferences, missions, and other church institutions in the Philippines listened with enthusiasm on every topic presented by the lecturers from General Conference, Division, and Union Conferences. Everyone participated with excitement in interactive challenges on every topic discussed. There were also guidelines presented during the training, including the identity of the church logo, on the designs for the materials to be used in print or in media, and also for the broadcast and post on social media platforms, among others.
Adventist Communication Training, ACT, exists to prepare the leaders in the local churches. It was created to be delivered with the leaders from unions, conferences, division, and the General Conference. And we are delighted that with this training, people will know clearly what they need to do, what are the possibilities, what are the limitations. And we hope and pray it could be a blessing to the churches.
Please apply after learning all those things that you have learned from the Adventist Communication Training course manual. Please apply it to your local churches. Be able to serve as a powerful agent for change in the way we communicate the gospel, in the way we run the church, in the way we show leadership in the church, and in the way we present the church to the public. It is my hope and my prayer that everything will be professionalized and Jesus Christ will be seen and we will become powerful agent of change.
It's very important to train church leaders in the proper use of social media and communication techniques because they're very, very powerful tools and we must understand how to use them properly. So as we train them, we're going to equip and empower our local churches to be more powerful in using these new technologies.
It's very inspiring. We are hoping that after this training, we can also do re-echo, having this seminar in our respective union. Hopefully, by God's grace, we can make plans to give new dimensions, new level of professionals training when communications is concerned. So I hope and I pray that after this training, God will do something that can inspire the local churches when we are going to implement what we have here, learned here in Adventist communication training.
As an Adventist communications leader in my local church, this Adventist communications training is really helpful to me and my communications team because it emphasizes the relevance of the communications in the mission of the church in spreading the good news of salvation of Jesus Christ.
Communication plays an important role to have good relationships, and that includes between the church, its members, and the community it dwells with. Being equipped with the right knowledge about communication from the Adventist communication training, sharing the good news about Jesus' soon return is not limited to our neighbors alone, it can now be shared into all the world. From Cagayan de Oro City, I'm Catherine Vidal, reporting.
Thank you, Catherine, for the report.
For our local news, CPUC holds Human Resource and Basic Legal Education Summit in Cebu. We have an update from Ivan Villaruben.
We are glad and thankful for our leaders for their support, the President, the Treasurer, and the Executive Secretary of the Union, and of course the attendees from our different conferences and missions and all institutions under CPUC. We would like to convey our thanks for your support and for attending this momentous event. We assure you that upon learning and upon listening to the lectures, you will be capacitated that we will be attaining the goal of bridging the gap and building a culture of excellent compliance.
I am very happy and grateful for the invitation by our union to hold this lecture series regarding labor code to our officials also of the union or the conference. I've been invited by Sir Ivan, and I readily accepted it also because I've been making this as a commitment also, especially during the time that I took the bar exams, that if God will allow me to become a lawyer, I will be of service to Him also. During this event, I discussed about the employer-employee relationship and how it may be vital also for our organization in compliance also with these laws.
Human resource pastor is very important because number one, the business, the interaction, the procedures, the processes that we do in our organizations, especially in our church, is run by people. It is not run by machines, it is not run by anything else but by people. And so, on that premise, people are the most important resource in our organization. Once we recognize that people are the most important resource in the organization, human resource management comes next. And with that, it is very vital that we manage our people, our human resources properly through the engagement of a human resource professional. It could be a director, it could be a coordinator, or whatever it is, depending on the size of the organization. But when we have a human resource professional or expert managing our people, then as industry studies have shown, it usually moves the industry faster and to a better performance every year.
Seventh-day Adventists are known to be very law-abiding people. In fact, of all churches around, Seventh-day Adventist Church is one of the very few that strictly follows the commandments of God. To be specific, the 10 Commandments and the fourth of the 10 Commandments. With that as a background, we as a church must follow also what the law of the land provides, unless otherwise it violates certain principles in the Bible. But as regards laws on employment, we as a church must comply and align our policies with the laws of the land, so that our employees will be given what is due them as provided under the law. And in that sense, we as a church will not only be good followers of the law of God, but also good followers of the law of the land.
Thank you, Ivan, for the report.
Leaders in Central Visayas conduct media training camp in Cebu. We have Ella Gonesto for the report.
Good day mga kapaglaom! I am Ella Jean Gonesto here with you today at the Media Training Camp held at the conference hall of Central Philippine Union Conference. This camp has been ongoing from the 9th of August up until the 11th. Individuals from the different districts of Metro Cebu, with a special participation of Toledo representatives, have come together to eagerly attend this multimedia training camp. This event centers on the theme Focus on Jesus. 39 delegates have gathered here to join the media ministry. Participants enhance their skills in script writing, newscasting, video editing, and videography using various forms of low-cost technology. The Communication Director of Central Visayan Conference, Pastor Lelord Arangues, spearheads this workshop for a certain kind of reason.
The purpose why we created this training, because we want to equip our church, especially our young people, to answer the call to bring the good news of salvation through social media.
Ms. Che Lauron emphasizes the importance in attending this kind of workshop seminar.
Well, it's very important. We encourage everyone, all the members of the church, that we join in doing the media ministry. First off, our program for the General Conference called TMI, or Total Member Involvement. It encourages all of us to do something to spread the word of God and to hasten His second coming. And with the media ministry, we can reach people from different places, from different races, to know more about Jesus, even if we don't literally go to their place, because with social media and TV, we can reach them and share the word.
I decided to join this training because I want to know more how to edit the videos, and also for the media ministry, to the help of God, and to continue to serve Him.
Dako kasi katabang sa pag-disseminate sa gospel. Ngano man ang kalibutan karon sa technology advance sa kayo. Gikan sa printed pages, radio, televisions, ang pinakakusog karon social media. So ang media ministry dako katabang.
Hope Channel Cebu urges the community to support media ministry such as this. This has been your kapaglaom Ella Jean Gonesto of Hope Channel Cebu. Sharing love, changing lives.
Thank you, Ella.
Amicus members congregate in Talisay City, Cebu for a General Assembly. We have Lilidon Holo for the update.
Good day mga kapaglaom! Today is the 17th of August 2019 and I am your kapaglaom Lilidon here at Carmenville Day Church. The event held here is the yearly Amicus gathering, comprises of chapters from various institutions here in Cebu. But before we go on, let's ask first what Amicus means. Let's go!
Amicus is a Latin word which basically means a brotherhood or camaraderie. The General Conference adopted that word and gave meaning to it to be Adventist ministry to college and university students. The purpose of creating Amicus is to cater the Adventist students who are enrolled in a non-Adventist institution to safely guard their faith and their principles to withstand against the influence of the outside activity of the young people.
The entire Sabbath is handled by the different chapters of Amicus from Sabbath school up until the AY program. Aside from the usual activities during the Sabbath, united prayer is being done to guide the group for the future plans being tackled and for the election of a new set of officers. Brother Harold Salvan, last year's Amicus president, chairs the election of officers. Now, the newly elected president is Brother John Villegas. Also, to motivate the youth in their spiritual journey, the Amicus Alumni Department shares the so-called Chinelas Awards 2019 to particular young people who gave a job well done last school year.
To understand what happens beyond each chapter, let's take a glimpse of their endeavors individually.
Good day. I'm Shalom Abeba, the president of Amicus South. Amicus South is a campus ministry, which means Adventist ministry to college and university students, Seventh-day Adventist Light through Southwestern.
Good day, fellow young people. I'm Mark John Racy Cabral, coming from PhilSCA ILE chapter. PhilSCA ILE means Philippine State College of Aeronautics, Aeronautical Young Leaders for Evangelism. Its purpose is to help our fellow SDA youth who are currently studying at our school, which is a public school. That's why our organization was built so that we can help our fellow young people to resolve their problems about their study.
I'm Nebkral Bisikong, former president of CITU PAT and now an alumni. CITU PAT means Cebu Institute of Technology University Profos Adventist Technologians. And currently, we have been blessed because God has provided us a headquarters wherein we can get together and have a fellowship or di namin mag-devotional para dili namin mag-problema og pangita og kanang rooms or kanang mga study areas sa CIT. So, man nga thankful kayo mi ana.
I am Haniper Hiligosenia and I am an Amicus member in the chapter of CNU Lights, which means limning the image of God's heart in today's students. And every school year, we are handling tracts and Bible bookmarks to students for our mission, and let us partake in this kind of missionary work.
My name is Kyle Lorito and I came from Mixed Universities. Mixed Universities is an Amicus chapter that was initiated for other schools in the universities of Cebu which doesn't have an established Amicus chapter in their own respective universities. The Mixos was invited during the school intramurals to give books to students, leaflets and other pamphlets that has a spirit of prophecies and other books that will help the students and also to introduce Adventism to the school.
Hello everyone, I'm Shaina E. Lopez, the former president of the UC ADS, which means University of Cebu Adventist Student Society. And right now, we are inviting everyone to come and join us and to be a part of the Students Missionary.
Through the assembly, Amicus members are filled with renewed vigor to shine as a light to all men despite difficult circumstances in their individual institutions.
This has been your Kapaglaom Lilidan Holo of Hope Channel Cebu. Sharing love, changing lives.
Thank you so much, Lilidon.
Bohol District sponsors a week-long evangelistic campaign. For the details, we have Karina Ranolo from Bohol.
The Eastern Bohol District of Seventh-day Adventist Church leads another nightly evangelistic crusade here in Barangay Kagong-Kagong, Alisio, Bohol on July 24 to August 2, 2019, which focuses on health and Bible seminar in sowing the seeds of God's redeeming love and grace.
This program is a second-time seminar in which all Adventist brethren hope to ripen the hearts of the non-SDA people in acquiring the everlasting gospel. And part of this ministry is the teaching of the Bible stories and song of praises to the children before the second part of the program. And they also give the children nutritious foods for their snacks. Brother G. Entero is the assigned teacher for the said preliminary. He also teaches the children in knowing more about the love of Jesus.
Actually, ang among gibuhat din sa Kabuntagong nga health Bible seminar, nakatabang punig dako sa mga bata dinhi tungod kay sila mga attentive kayo. Aside sa health, una sa mga bata magtudlo magyutag kining about mga Bible stories, no? Basically, ang diha sa church nga mga Bible stories, mara po akong gitudlo.
Sister Delsa Chua, the assigned health lecturer, gives a lecture focusing on the importance of a healthy lifestyle, which reminds them to choose the healthy diet.
Ang purpose nga dunay health lecture nga ginahimo dinhi sa barangay Kagong aron mapahibalo ang mga katawhan sa mga simple nga mga pamaagi aron makaangkon og maayong panglawas. Aron usab kini mao'y susi pud nga samtang magahulat ni Ginoong Hesus ang Ginoo usab direkta nga maka-istorya nga rin nato samtang kita adunay maayong panglawas nga ginaangkon sa atong kaugalingon.
Pastor Dandy Dava, the district leader of Eastern Bohol District, delivers the Bible-based facts in proving how true and reliable the Word of God is. This is also a Bible seminar which highlights the second coming of Jesus Christ and encourages everyone to be ready and work hand in hand in proclaiming the everlasting gospel.
Ang pinakadako nga tuyo niining maong programa mao nga ang mga tao niining dapita mapahinumduman kung giunsa sila pagpangga sa atong Ginoo.
All the listeners also impart words of gratefulness for the love they have received from God through extending the inexpressible expression to all the brethren.
Unang-una, nagpasalamat ako ng aning kusada ni kay isa po ko aning nahimong bunga sa pumirong kusada. Unya akong pasalamatan ang ikaduha nga pagbalik ni tungod kay daghan pa ko mga kaparentihan nga wala pa diya sa Ginoo. Nagustuhan ka rin ito dahil gusto kong marinig ang salita ni Jesus na hindi ko pa nababasa sa Bible.
Unang ako, paano ko mga reliyon nga basig, reliyon pang Ginoo man tanan. Basin dahil po makasabot po ta sa karon nga reliyon.
Moreover, to catch their excitements and interest, the brethren give good gifts as part of extending the love which God bestows on us, which also sets as an example to everyone else.
This nightly evangelism leaves footprints to the hearts of the people in knowing more about Him, in which all the Adventist brethren are continually hoping and praying to win more souls who will accept Jesus as their personal Savior. I am Karina Renalo, reporting. Hope Channel, Bohol. Sharing love, changing lives.
Thank you, Karina, for the report.
Young people hold church visitation in Barangay Canlandog, Morsha, Negros Occidental. For the details, please watch this.
Ang mga pamatanon sang Seventh-day Adventist Youth Association o Konsadya sang Morsha District naghiwat sa isa ka church visitation sa Amayco SDA Church sa Barangay Canlandog, Morsha, Negros Occidental. Ang mga pamatanon amugid ang maabtikon nga nagpanguna sa pagdala sang Sabbath School Program, eskwela sa Batika, kag sa Divine Service. Sang hapon, naghiwat man sang Afternoon Youth Fellowship Program, kag malipayon gid nga nagpartisipar ang mga pamatanon sa ini nga programa.
Pasalamat kami sa mga batanon, Morsha District, nga sa diin nagabisita sila sa amon nga simbahan. Kag ang mga kauturan sang Amayco Church nagakalipay sang ila pagbisita. I hope nga damo pa nga mga iglesia ang ila nga magbisitaan kag damo pa nga mga pamatanon ila ma-inspired.
Nangin madinalagon gid ang ini nga church visitation kag nagalaom gid ang mga pamatanon nga makabisita naman diwat sa iban pa nga mga kaeglesyahanan nga nasakupan sang distrito sang Morsha.
Thank you for the report.
More than 40 Masbateños heed the call for multimedia workshop seminar. Let's watch this for the details.
Good day, everyone! Central Visayan Conference efforts in the Media Ministry Workshop yields more than 40 Masbateños who are committed to use their talents and skills in spreading the good news of the kingdom.
I am very blessed because of this event that I am one of the participants. I've learned many things, especially on videography, editing. This activity is very helpful in spreading the good news because we are in the digital age. And because of that, this means one way of using our available resources, especially our cell phone, to broadcast the message of God throughout the world.
It's overwhelming to have had this opportunity to be one of the delegates of this first media training. I've learned a lot of things from script writing to videography down to the production process. More than that, I learned that I can maximize the use of my social media accounts, my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube to spread the gospel of God to the world.
They are now ready to embrace media ministry for the advancement of God's word to the world.
Masbate, sharing love, changing lives. Yay!
Thank you for the report.
About 100 women attend the district-wide leadership certification in Masbate on August 2 to 3, 2019. Here's the update from Masbate.
Women's Ministries District-wide Leadership Certification has finally come to its last level in the western part of Masbate on the 2nd and 3rd day of August 2019. Attended by almost 100 women coming from the 16 churches all throughout the district, CVC Women and Children's Ministries Director, Mrs. Afi Pigon, gracefully spent her time imparting various lectures with relevance to the soul of the event.
The purpose of giving this seminar to our women here in this district is to train our women to be an effective leaders in the different area of responsibilities in the church where they belong.
Seminarians showed interest and attention to the different lectures ranging from creating potential leaders, the nature of relationships in leadership, leadership mentoring for 21st century women, and equipping leaders for success. Elbac District Women's Ministries President Mrs. Rosita Romagos pours out her emotions towards the said event.
This event we are so blessed and fulfilled with God's word. Even though we are slightly stressed in preparing every activities that we have, but it's worth it because we've learned a lot of things on how to become an effective leader in our church and also in our community.
Light Bearers Association of Churches District Leader Pastor Janito Pantaleon sent out gratefulness for having the said event in his district.
It's a great joy for me to see our Women's Ministries Department on fire. Dako kayo silang katabang sa distrito. Mao nga ang akong mensahe ngadto kanila, kinahanglan magpadayon sila sa pagamadasigon.
Pastor Pantaleon also stressed the importance of the role of women in the ministry, therefore encouraging every district to use the force of women in fulfilling the end-time mission. Light Bearers Association of Churches District Women's Coordinator Mrs. Mylene G. Pantaleon also aired her words of gratitude for being able to reach the last level and graduation phase.
Being the mother of all women in my district, I am very much grateful to our CBC Women and Children's Ministries Director, Mrs. Fee Pegon, for the time. To all women composing the Light Bearers Association of Churches District for the warm support from Level 1 Women's Ministries District-wide Leadership Certification until Level 4.
Looking back, the success of the first 3 leadership certification levels held last 2018 and June 14th to 15th, 2019 led to the realization of the last level. Aside from conducting leadership certifications, Women's Department is also active in other activities such as conducting feeding programs, community services, Women's Crusade, and celebrating Women's International Day. As iron sharpens another iron, Mrs. Pigon challenged the seminarians to sharpen other women, especially the young ones, training them to become the next leaders in the home, churches, and communities where they belong.
Thank you for the update.
Leadership Certification Level 3 empowers women in Eastern Visayas. We have a report from Cynthia Agner.
To nurture the women leaders of East Design Conference, 4 districts called Shine convened here at Inland Resorts Hotel, Haplag Leyte, to undergo training in Women's Leadership Certification Level 3 on August 2 to 3, 2019.
We are responsible for our conduct.
More than 100 participants indulged in various learning opportunities that they can impart at their respective churches and community. They expressed strong affirmation on the vitality of the event to the recent challenges of the church when it comes to leadership.
Una sa tanan ako magpasalamat sa atong damo nga makagagahom nga sa ginitagaan itaw o inabuhi nga maka-attend in level 3.
Organizers of the training faced several challenges in making the event possible. From level 1 and 2, they note down some lapses so it will not be repeated in level 3.
Bisan pa sa kadaghan challenges sa pagprepare ani nga atong kurente run out din sa pipila ka panahon pero wala na ang nahimong usa ka hindrance nga dili magpadayon ang kalihukan dinhi. Naot unta nga ang tanan makaina sa pagtampong sa Leadership Certification Level 4 dito sa Tacloban City.
He added that despite the challenges, the event was a huge success because a significant increase in the number of participants was seen in the registration. Meanwhile, Mrs. Glenda Catani, Women President of Central Philippine Union Conference, commended the women leaders of EVC, specifically Cluster Shine.
Ko ang akong kalipay nga ako naka-admit rin ni ini nga cluster, the Cluster Shine of East Visayan Conference. Dindot tayo tanawon ang mga kaigsuunan, labi na nga itong mga kababayanan with the support of men, na sila nagmalipayon sa pag-akiguban, ma-appeal in certification, Leadership Certification Level 3. Everyone wants to be a good leader for the Lord.
Additionally, she scored the support of men in making the women event a success. Pastor Nicolas Palarao of Abuyog District supported the women from his district and made himself available in the occasion.
Manual labor ang ato nga gihatag ko tabang ato ni programaha sa mga kababayenan. Tungod kay ang Women's Ministry Department sa atong buhatan sa Espesyal Conference na hatag kanamo o signal ingon nga ang tanang kababayenan diha sa distrito mutambong niining leadership seminar labi na dinhi nga gitakda niining lugaran.
Mrs. Maiden Romanillas, the women president of East Visayan Conference, emphasized the importance of conducting trainings and seminars for women leaders. Actually, inhihin natin yung leadership certification for the women to empower and to become leaders at owning their own church. So, ako nagpapasalamat sa ating mga leaders sa district. Women actively engaged themselves in the singing of their cluster song entitled Shine.
Shine, shine throughout the world.
It is the desire of the organizers that after this training, empowered women from the area will be true to their acronym, which is SHINE, that means serve Him with integrity and nurture everyone. Cynthia Agner, Hope Channel, Visayas.
Thank you, Cynthia. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break.
Try
Gipasalamatan naman Ginoo sa iyang gihatag nga panalangin. Actually dili din namo expect ka irog sa di mangyari sa Winter's Farm nga nahimo ni nga murag dako nga blessing para sa amo og akong ibalik ang pagpasalamat sa Ginoo. Og akong commitment ani nga maging faithful gyud ko sa iya sa akong saad ngadto sa iya. Actually sa party sa akong commitment sa Ginoo tuod ko gayud ina kay sa tanan nga mga bagay amo lang ina nga part nga dili gid ako nalimutan nga ibalik ang iyang bahin ug ang pagtabang sa bulaton nga niya pa mientras niya pa diri sa kalibutan.
So kadi nga among sitwasyon diri sa Winter's Farm among ni ginakabig nga usa ni ka panalangin sa amo sa Ginoo. So kani siya gikan ni sa among mga hinaguan sa canvassing work. So lisod na mo biyaan ang buhat sa Ginoo bisag mauna ni ang sitwasyon karon sa Winter's Farm. So kani ginakabig namo nga hatag ni sa Ginoo bunga sa among mga pagbuhat diha sa iya. So dili dili matupngan ang among kalipay nga gitagaan ni ani o kani makahatag ni dakog impluwensya sa mga nagpalibot ani lalo na sa mga katawhan sa Ginoo nga panahon sa mga tigom diri ihel gipromisa ni Mrs. nga i-free niya ang rent sa hall although may dako na nga kantidad kung adto pa sa gawas pero kana amo nang gisaad sa Ginoo kay kani hatag sa amo sa Ginoo. So mahumaning swimming pool basi ma-free pa sila paligo diri. So ang among dako nga balos ngadto sa iyang mga katawhan. So ang amon lang nga mintras ni ami nagapanginabuhi pa ning kalibutan na di mi magundang sa pagbuhat sa Ginoo kag ang iba na mga proceeds ani ginabulig maghihapon namo sa buhat sa Ginoo.
Youth seminar conducted in Naval Biliran. Here's the details with Rena Satore.
We are here today at the Val Seventh-day Adventist Church where the Voice of Youth seminar themed Fearless is being held. The attendees have been through a successful seminar thanks to the supportive church members of the Naval's SDA Church. Seventh-day Adventists from different churches came for the seminar that starts at 8 in the evening. Ms. Lucinda de la Peña and Mr. Mark Pachon were invited as guest speakers.
Father, I pray that we will not allow the enemy to distract us. I pray, Father, that we will please keep our focus on you, Lord.
And God started to bring new light to me, and He started to say, Mark, I want to restore you. I have something truly better than what you're going for. And when I made that full surrender to God, God restored my life.
Did you miss those nights? Don't worry, you can still watch it through Facebook. Just search the Naval Seventh-day Adventist Church Facebook page. This is again Rena Satara. #Fearless. We have nothing to fear.
Thank you for the report, Rena.
Adventists from Naval Biliran respond the call for Media Ministry Workshop. For the report, we have Matthew Palacio from Hope Channel Biliran.
More than 50 participants convened in Naval Biliran. Their purpose? To propagate the message of salvation through media ministry.
Participants from different SDA churches of Leyte and Biliran accepted the challenge for media ministry as they engaged in different topics in video editing and script writing. Hope Channel Visayas Central Philippine Union Conference, in cooperation with the Department of Education, made the training possible.
To share the basic information, relevant information about multimedia ministry to our church members, especially to the young people, and to develop individuals, volunteers in media ministry, that they can use their talents, their skills in advancing the work of God, in sharing hope and love to the people who are in need of it.
Samuel Salyoman, AVC President, puts emphasis on the importance of the conduct of the media workshop.
the program at church through media ministry will enhance our people to let them know that they can use also their talents in bringing the good news of salvation to the people around.
For the first time, teachers from the Department of Education partake in the said workshop. 10 teachers handling alternative learning system joined the training to equip themselves with media know-how. The participants showed excitement and interest in video editing and script writing.
Being the participant of this seminar, siguro mo ni ang mahimo nga stepping stone na ako para mas mahimo pa kong ma-involve sa mga umalabot pang mga activities sa atong church.
Centered on the theme Arise and Shine, Digital Missionaries of Hope, the workshop is expected to aid the districts in their video productions. From Navalbiliran, this is Matthew Palacio for Hope Channel Central Visayas.
Thank you, Matthew, for the report.
Youth from Calbayog District gather for a day-long youth fellowship on July 20, 2019. We have Patrick Abahog, news correspondent from Calbayog District.
Youth from different churches in Calbayog District gathered in Capoocan Church for their youth fellowship on July 20. As per youth organization with its president, Abigail Castellano spearheads the event and emphasizes its purpose to the participants.
The purpose of this event is to gather the young people from different churches within the district of Calbayog, because these days it seems difficult to gather all these youth to make a common action. So through this fellowship, we're able to gather them as one and also to disseminate information on the possible activities that might help in the proclaiming or to be useful in God's kingdom.
How can it help the youth?
It can help the young people in a way that they get to meet new friends. Other than that, they're also able to learn new ways, new techniques, and how to make the program in the churches more inviting to the young people. This would also include making programs together, in which these programs could be a great help in proclaiming the good news of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Youth from Malahog, Bigaho, Buntay, Calbayog Adventist Center, and Conception Church take part in the Sabbath program. They also presented report regarding their youth activities within the past 4 months. Attendees expressed positively toward the event.
Sini nga event usa siya ka maupay nga kabuhat ngadto sa Ginoo kay iya kit gihatagan sa time para sa pag serve diha kaniya. So ana akong experience ini nga kinahanglan ng mga batanon nga maging madasig pa para sa iya mga buhat.
Nice and entertaining. So entertaining siya kasi from the first place pala pag-enter ko, may mga nag-enter dayon nga mga singpa youth nga nag-entertain sa akon. So ka-entertaining ba kay the way sila mag-act ngan san the way mag-communicate san siring pa san new. So siring pa I love this day now kasi I meet new people besides naka-learn na kliwat siring pa mga verses which is na-relate ko sa nakon life.
The youth advisor, Mr. Elias Bacamante, shares a short message of encouragement for the young people.
My message to them is continue to work hard for God's service and do not be discouraged. Do not think that you don't have the talents to share God's message. God calls everyone, especially God is calling ordinary people to work for His cause. Congratulations to the organizer for having this youth fellowship. I hope this will not be the last fellowship we had. I know we have that grand reunion in heaven someday when Christ returns. We will continue to work hard for God's cause, and I'm encouraging the young people to have more youth fellowship to strengthen the bonding among the young people. No?
Meanwhile, the Aspire president announced the activities for the following month. The Aspire Youth Organization invites young people to join the incoming activities.
Thank you, Patrick.
Adventist Community Service and Romblon Adventist Mission support the outreach program and gift-giving activity in Gabawan, Romblon. We have Vincent Falaria for the report.
Nandito po kami ngayon sa lugar na tinatawag na San Juan Village, isa pong barangay na sakop ng Gabawan. At nandito po kami para sa isang outreach program ng Gabawan Seventh-day Adventist Church. Kasama din po namin ang ACS Department sa gawaang ito. At katatapos lang po magsalita ng President ng Romblon Mission of Seventh-day Adventist, si Pastor Orly Fahilan. At pagkatapos po ng kanyang talk ay susunod na po yung aming gift giving at marami pong recipients sa lugar na to. May mga 50 families kaming na-identify para mag-receive ng aming mga gifts para sa kanila. Ang lugar pong ito, for just background, ay mga 100 meters po ang elevation niya at kung nandito tayo sa taas ay kita natin yung napakagandang view, yung dagat, at yung bayan ng Ojongan ay nakikita. So isang napakagandang lugar, tamang-tama para sa outreach sa gawain ng ating Panginoon.
Ako po ay lubos na nagagalak sa programa ng Gabawan SDA Church, ng gift-giving program po nila ngayong hapon. Alam natin that God's mandate is to help the poor. This is part of our ministry to reach out for the less fortunate ones. We are called to minister to them to alleviate their condition. Magandang pagmasdan ang mga ngiti ng mga tao na nakatanggap ng mga biyayang ito. Manatili ito sa kanilang mga puso't isipan na tayong mga Seventh-day Adventist ay handang tumugon sa kanilang mga pangangailangan. Ako ay masaya na makita ang buong iglesia ng Gabawan SDA Church na nagkaisa, nagtulong-tulong upang maisagawa ang programang ito. More power po sa Adventist Community Service ng iglesyang ito, and God bless you all.
Kako yung masisiling sa ngasing nakahapon, maramong salamat nakador sa inyo si Pagpali. Aglalo ay sa amo na bato naggrasya halin sa inyo. Maramong salamat.
Thank you, Vincent, for the report.
Cebu Shepherdesses International gather for the second level continuing education. Here's Rubilin Gaa for the report.
Over 60 ministers' wives and directors' wives of Central Visayas gathered to participate in the Central Visayan Conference-wide Shepherdess International Continuing Education Certification held at Welcome Hotel, Cebu City on August 30 to 31, 2019 with the theme Kingdom Builders for Christ. The activity aims to remind the pastors' wives or the so-called shepherdesses about their sacred duties and responsibilities towards their husbands, to their family, to the church, and above all, to God. Mrs. Glenda Katani, Women's Ministries and Shepherdess International Director of Central Philippine Union Conference, encourages the pastors' wives to be committed in supporting their husbands in the ministry. She further emphasizes that pastors' wives should not compete but complete their husbands.
Continuing education certification for pastors' wives is set by the General Conference, and this is for the purpose of helping our shepherdesses understand their role and know the challenges that are ahead of them, and of course the most important is how to cope and to be resilient to all these challenges around them. We believe that this program will be a continued program for the next generation, for us to know that the pastors' wives are contributing much.
Moreover, Mrs. Jean Estribilla, Women's Ministries and Shepherdess International Director of West Visayan Conference, shares tips on managing conflicts creatively, providing for the needs of their husbands, and parents should cast a positive influence to the children by being good role models. Furthermore, Mrs. Maiden Romanilius, Women's Ministries and Shepherdess International Director of East Visayan Conference, talks about the keys to effective communication, the challenges and joys of a pastor's wife, and the love languages. The two-day certification ends with a commitment service by Elder Agapito Catani Jr., Central Philippine Union Conference President, whose message about coping with the challenges of a pastor's wife equips every shepherdess present, making them say, "We are proud to be ministers' wives."
Thousands attend first conference-wide care group harvest celebration in Eastern Visayas. We have Lavelle Parco for the report.
What a glorious day to see God's people filled with the spirit of harmony. We are currently here at Ormoc City Superdome to witness and join the Nurturing Discipleship and Proclamation Integrated Evangelism Lifestyle Harvest Celebration. East Visayan Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, headed by our EVC President Pastor Samuel Salyuman, in coordination with the Central Philippine Union Conference, conducted the certain program with its main purpose to nurture new church members. Active members from different districts traveled and came by and by just to participate not only the parade, which started at 7 a.m. here at Ormoc Superdome as their starting spot, but also to be part of the celebration. Honorable Elaine Marcos, SP member of Ormoc City, welcomes the Seventh-day Adventist delegates from all over Biliran and Leyte provinces.
Daghang salamat sa mga Seventh-day Adventist pagngari sa Ormoc City, pagpili sa Ormoc City isip ilahang syudad nga himuan na ni nadakong tigom. I assure you, you are safe here in Ormoc City and welcome to the city of beautiful people.
Pastor Lowell Quinto, NDR-IEL Director of the Central Philippine Union Conference, talks about the significance of the event.
Greetings to all of you over there. We are here today in Ormoc City Superdome to have this East Visayan Conference Wide Harvest Celebration. Now, this is a special event in the conference because we called all the care groups throughout the conference territory, the IEL Integrated Evangelism Lifestyle, the Nurturing, the Discipling, and Reclaiming program of our church. Precious souls will be ushered into the foot of the cross. So many souls already decided to accept Jesus as their Savior. So thank you so much to all the East Visayan Conference members who are very active in the program, in the IEL NDR program of our church. I hope that our conferences and missions throughout the Union Territory will also follow the activities and the spirit of being active in doing God's work. For we have this mandate not only from the Word of God, but also in the church manual that we should have this program in order to hasten the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. So we will have this care group till Jesus comes. So thank you so much. May God bless us all.
Compassion is one way of responding God's call to reach and serve God's people and those who are lost. Daily experiences with our God leads to our amazing stories. This is Lavelle Parco for Hope Channel Visayas.
Thank you, Lavelle.
CVC launches first Hope Radio in Central Philippines. Here's Sweetie Valataria for the details.
Excitement and anticipation rise as Western Cebu South District launched the first ever Hope radio station in the entire Central Visayan Conference on the 17th day of August 2019. Central Visayan Conference Hope Radio Chairman Pastor Daniel Trazo gives his welcome remarks during the ceremony.
Kini atong ipasalamatan magkaigsuonan nga kining Mount Radio maghimo pagtabang ini lang sa atong magkaigsuonan diha sila pagtuo pag-alagad nga sa Ginoo apan bisan pa ngadto sa atong mga kaigsuonan magkaigalaan nga naglibot din nagpuyo nga maabot sa ato nga signal nga sila usab ang benepisyohan o niini na paagi matultulan nila ang dalan paingon ngadto sa pagdawat ni Ginoong Jesucristo nga ilang personal manluluwas.
Hope Radio is very important in this city because this is another platform of bringing the good news of Jesus to the community. And I hope that we can deliver the message to them.
Sa dugay na nato nga gipaabot ang atong Hope Radio sa Toledo, nalipay tagdako nga karon natuman na gyud ang panahon diin atong matagamtaman ang serbisyo sa atong FM radio diin nining higayuna ato nang mahimo o mapaabot nato sa mga katawhan ang mga mensahe pinaagi sa mga musika o mga pagtulunan nga dunay kalabutan sa atong Dios.
Nya smooth kay paminaon. Dili gani sakit sa dunggan. Mulapos jud sa dughan ba. Nindot na sige na. Sige ba? Continuous, dili maputol, no?
During the program, Central Philippine Union Conference conducts the presentation and dedicatory prayer of Hope Radio Toledo officers and volunteers. Central Philippine Union Conference looks forward to build more stations that bridges hope to the people and continue the church's mission on spreading the gospel.
This is Sweetie C. Balataria, Hope Channel, reporting.
Those are the news for today.
From the Hope Channel Cebu studio, thank you so much for watching.
This is CPUC News.